How's tours been treating you, man? I was a little timid to ask the question because I saw just a couple days ago you guys posted like a rip tire or a pop tire or something.
Yeah. We were driving from Albuquerque, and like 15 minutes outside the city, our back tire blew out.
God damn.
Like, I have no idea if we hit something, or I think it just blew out because we had a bunch of tire issues on this tour, actually, like more so than we've had on other tours, just wear and tear and all that kind of stuff. And like, van maintenance, like as soon as you fix one thing, like as soon as like one problem gets solved, something else, it's like
whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole, literally. So
I mean,
we got it figured out, thankfully. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but we got it taken care of. So we're here. We made it. We didn't miss any shows, and that's the important thing.
And it's been a hell of a stretch, man. I was talking to Marty. You guys started out in Tampa, was it? You said, or
this week, yeah. So a week ago today, we were in Tampa.
That's insane.
And
dude.
then.
Oh, so you've been bouncing around. That wasn't the start of it. You guys have been.
Oh no, yeah. We started. So the tour started beginning of last month in Denver. So started out Denver, one more show in Colorado, and then Chicago, and then just kind of moving progressively out west, like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Jersey, Massachusetts, New York, and then moving down south, and then that's where it actually ended for us with Maylene and Islander, and then we routed ourselves from Tampa back to here.
Damn,
so we had a week to get from Tampa to here, and
That's
we had
insane.
just like I think about four or so dates in between. Because we played Dallas and Albuquerque, Mesa, Pomona. Like, we just kind of routed ourselves back.
That's a hell of a way to end the tour, though, man. I'm hella excited to you guys asked us on to support, hometown show, tail end of the tour. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is awesome. I'm sure you guys are tired, man, but I'm hella excited to be able to like hang out with you all tonight. And we haven't hung out in it's been maybe 6 months or so. We played at a Destructive Warehouse. Maybe even a year ago. I don't know. It was a while ago when the last time we actually got to play together.
I thought I saw you at the last Full Circle show we did in February, but I'm not sure if I did see you at that one or not.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
But it's been a minute either way.
That show was
excited.
crazy for me because like we were running around like crazy. It was like a packed show, and then my grandmother passed away while I was at that show, so I was like super distracted like the whole rest of the night.
It's like a fog after that, right?
Oh yeah, and then having to go up on stage and like perform and be Saltwound and shit. And it's like, oh god, like very. It was different for sure, but it was good for my emotions to get it out. And
I was just about to ask about that. I had a guest on the show recently mentioned how I was asking about tour, similar to what I'm asking you, and he brought up that one of his mentors passed away while he was on the road.
Yeah.
And he still got like weeks to go on this tour, so it's not like he gets to go home, stop, process, grieve. Like, no, he still has to be, like you said, I still have to be Saltwound every night. You know what I mean? So
we had so not to cut you off, but we actually had like her funeral scheduled in the middle of this tour.
Damn.
Which
dude.
Luckily it lined up on an off day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it lined up when I was out on the East Coast.
Damn,
so
dude.
Saltwound played a show in Pittsburgh, and then the guys dropped me off at the airport. I flew back here, basically got zero sleep, went to her funeral, went to the wake, then had to hop on a plane immediately afterward and fly back to meet up with the band in Brooklyn.
Holy.
So it was like a round trip between California and.
Do you feel like it helped, or is it just
no?
like
I mean, it was
or like, I mean,
in terms of like my
catharsis
tired
of going on stage and you know what I mean afterwards, like
it gave me like pride with it, I guess, because it's kind of like, Marty and I actually had a conversation about this in the van last night on the drive back from Pomona. We were talking about how like the touring shit and like the band stuff, like it's hard. No one's ever not gonna say it's hard, but it's also one of those things that like I feel like the bar of entry into what we're doing is very low. Like almost anybody can do this. Like we're not special. Saltwound isn't like, some like inhuman thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody can do this.
Yeah.
Most everybody can do this, and the people that do it versus the people that don't are the people that make sacrifices and give everything they can into it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it's like, okay, I made this sacrifice. I knew I wasn't going to get any sleep. I knew that being on 4 planes in 24 hours, I was going to be also playing 2 sets.
Yeah.
I was going to be jet lagged. I was going to be tired. I was going to be exhausted. We still did it. We still played both shows. We didn't miss any shows. We didn't have to say to any of our fans, hey, sorry, I know you want to come see Saltwound, but I'm really tired and I can't. No. Like we made it work, we made it happen. I made it work, I made it happen, and that's kind of like what I feel like Saltwound's always going to do. We're always going to make
work
it happen.
ethic, if nothing else, man.
And absolutely,
that's
we're always going to
incredible,
make it happen, no matter what we have to do. Like,
and I agree with you that anybody can do it, but I mean, yeah, anybody that's willing to dedicate time, money, and like you said, sacrifice.
That's the key, though, is that like there's all these sacrifices you have to make, and if you're not willing to do that, then you're not willing to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fine. But
and in that sense, I do feel like you guys are special. Like, you know, we're not on the road as much as you guys are, but we're on the road a lot, and it's like, yeah, you quickly come to know who's like kind of the lifers and from the people that are just, it's a hobby and they're having fun or whatever, you know what I mean? Which is fine too. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But there's a whole different degree of like sacrifice and hard work that comes with like,
absolutely,
you know, somebody at your level, you know what I mean?
I mean, even touring with bands like way above our level, like you see like how much they sacrifice for it too, how much they have sacrificed for it. I mean, we were just on tour with Maylene and the Sons of Disaster, and you know, Dallas Taylor, their singer, the original singer from Under Oath. Yeah, which
is awesome. They're an awesome band. But cool.
he was in like a, I mean, it's pretty well known now, but like he was in a super bad ATV accident, and like he has brain damage. He lost one of his eyes. Like, I mean, you see him and you're like, oh my god, like dude is, you know, he's every day seems like a struggle for him. But I watched, like I met him, and I was kind of like, man, I don't know how this guy's gonna perform. You know, like respectfully, I was just like, I don't know how he's gonna do it. And he gets up on stage and he is jumping around. He's crowd surfing. He's out. He's like bent over, like screaming in the crowd's face. Like he's running back and forth, making full use of the stage. And it's like nothing even slowing him down.
What's your excuse? What's my excuse?
Exactly. I'm like, dude, homie's 40-something years old, got brain damage and sight in one eye, and he's kicking ass. Like, what is your excuse, dude? Like, I'm 25. Like, what do I gotta complain about?
Get up and do it again.
Oh my back hurts. Oh, get over it. You know what I mean? Like, get up there and give people a show.
So besides all this complications, man, how's the tour been? It's been pretty fun because we did pretty wild, or
no, it's phenomenal. Like Islander and Maylene, super nice guys. Like always concerned about us, always making sure that we were taken care of, and it felt very welcoming, very open environment. The fans were great. Met a lot of new fans that maybe were a little bit surprised to see Saltwound on a tour like that, and like we just aim to impress. So we're gonna play Saltwound. I mean, we're not gonna change our sound or who we are depending on the crowd. We're just gonna do, right? Exactly, yeah. And people are gonna like it. People are gonna not. And thankfully, it seemed like a lot more people liked it than maybe didn't.
I've loved like hearing like the progression. I mean, I've been a fan since day one. You know, I'm always a fan of anything Marty does, but obviously this band's blown me away from the start. You know what I mean? But
appreciate that.
I was going back and listening to them as a whole, which was kind of cool because I've just been following you guys and keeping up. But recently, you know, wanting to do the interview, sitting there and listening, Volume 1 singles, Volume 2. You know what I mean? And hopefully kind of picking up on some of the themes, but I appreciated Volume 1 for being so like straight and kind of relentless and being kind of like just so much about, it feels like so real, like very like survival mode almost, you know what I mean, that album, and I still like appreciate it for that. In Volume 2, I love that it just got so much like bigger sounding and darker, and I really like that your lyrics kind of got a little more poetic almost, which I don't know if that's the best word, but you just got more visual with the way you describe things and stuff like that, and definitely that darker theme kind of seemed to kind of come over that too. And with the new singles, with the new 3-song release, I'm just kind of wondering how much you can give away. Like, where's it going next? Is that 3-song demo or EP? Is that like leading towards a new EP, or what do you guys?
Oh, absolutely not. No, okay. Actually, funny enough, that EP was kind of like a see if we can EP. Like you can tell there's a very different sound between that and even Volume 2 and Volume 1. And like, it's a lot more kind of not necessarily melodic, but just not quite as like straight in your face heavy.
That one feels very metal to me. The third one feels very metal. Like, even the way it was mixed, it sounds more like the way traditional metal is mixed and stuff like that. It's still you guys, but
right. And it was just sort of like we wanted to kind of see if we could kind of like it as an experiment kind of thing.
Yeah.
And funny enough, we're actually the new stuff that we've been writing. It's all written and pretty much all finished at this point. Just kind of like waiting to release it. But it to me, it feels like a good evolution. Like it feels still different than Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also feels like a back to form. Like
Okay.
it feels a lot more like heavy for the sake of heavy.
Awesome.
Like pissed off for the sake of being pissed off. Like trying to incorporate like what you're talking about with my lyrics in Volume 2, where it's a lot more imagery kind of based and trying to create, like trying to paint a picture more than just,
exactly.
fuck you die, basically.
Yeah.
Because there's still some of that on there,
Oh
but
yeah,
like
of course.
it's trying
it wouldn't be
to.
Saltwound if it wasn't like pissed off and
No,
in
but
your
like
face,
it's sort of me trying to find different ways of saying that. Me trying to be pissed off while also doing it in a way that's not like how every other pissed off band does it.
Yeah.
But no, the new stuff is very much equally an evolution as it is a back to form of like the heaviness of Volume 1, but just done, in our opinion, a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically just trying to take what we did on Volume 1 and 2, take what we liked out of that, and really like crank it up. Like just go like as hard as we possibly could with it. And I'm
That's interesting.
Extremely proud of it. Like I'm
What
very
about like
excited to hear it.
the whole like atmospherics and stuff? I know like Volume 2 was cool because like it was dope to hear like the added
What's up, Mikey?
layers that you guys added. I was wondering is it going more that direction, more more straight?
Yeah, I mean, there's still obviously like the atmospheric elements of it, like more so than Volume 1 had, because that's kind of part of Saltwound's brand too.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like transitions go and just like adding elements, because we like things to have like, what's the word? Like almost like a height to them. Like I feel like sometimes when the riff is just the riff or the breakdown is just the breakdown, there's kind of this like empty space that exists. And we don't want to completely fill it up, but we like to have there be something else there to really like lock in the listener's attention. So it's not just like chugs straight.
It gives the song a whole nother character, and you guys are really good.
It absolutely gives a character.
The kind of risers you guys use here and there, and then just some of the atmospherics in the background. I'm like, it always makes that song so distinct,
Sure.
It's apart from the others.
And it's part of Saltwound's brand, so it's something that we're probably always going to continue to do in like some continue to do in some capacity or not. But yeah, this one has a lot of atmospherics in it. I like it because right now the atmospherics it has are there's not as many. I mean, there are focal points. There are focal point atmospherics where it's like that is the section is like an atmospheric.
It's almost
section.
like a hook, almost. Yeah.
But a lot of them are more geared towards like enhancing the heaviness of it.
Like a layer.
Like we had, exactly. Like we did a lot of like Doom, Mick Gordon, BFG type like scratching effects.
That's amazing,
and like
dude.
sort of just like really big sounding like kind of aggressive sounds on it.
Yeah, no, I'm hella excited to hear that. It sounds a little different from what you guys have normally been doing, so that's sick, man.
Basically, fire riffs and doom music. That's kind of what we try to
Can't
write.
go wrong, right?
So, yeah.
that's a hell of a formula. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm fucking excited as fuck to play with you all again tonight, man. This
Likewise,
space
bro.
is like perfect. I'm a little nervous about how it's gonna go down in here when you guys play, man. It's gonna get violent into the small little.
we played
It's gonna
here
be awesome.
once before on our first tour on the hometown date of our very first tour, and like
it's gonna get wild,
it was something, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna make for some good pictures and video.
And I mean,
man. I'm
like
excited.
we lead off our set with War Dogs and Deadweight, so
Hell yeah.
It'll be. Yeah, I had a guy last night in Pomona talking to me, and I was giving him the set list because I was going to have him come up and do guest vocals because he's in a band called Ritual of Despair.
Oh, they're sick, dude.
Yeah, they're
we've
super
played
sick.
with them like a couple times, but they're amazing.
They're so badass.
Yeah, so heavy.
But he was asking me like what the set list was, so he knew when to come up, and I was like, oh yeah, War Dogs, Deadweight, Soul Split Lip, and he was like, you guys can start with War Dogs,
That's
and I'm
how
like,
you're opening this shit. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, what do you want us to start
Going in
soft?
swinging,
like,
man. Yeah.
Do you like as soon as this starts, like we want people swinging, so
Yeah.
like. That's how we lead it off, you know what I mean?
I'm
we
fucking
don't leave a
stoked,
whole
man.
lot to build. We just kind of go, hey, what's up?
Swing for the fences right off the bat,
Yeah.
man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, duck, motherfucker.
So, man, this has been cool, man. Where can people like reach you on social media? Like, is it you guys on Instagram, or what's the best spot to kind of
Just
reach you guys at?
Saltwound CA on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have a merch site up through Downright Merch. So if you want to pick up anything that we don't have on tour at our shows, that's the best place to do it because they have exclusive designs that we don't bring out on tour. Yeah, basically Instagram,
Sick, man. No, I
Twitter.
love what you guys got here. I was looking at your guys' designs a second ago, man. You guys always have the coolest fucking designs, man.
Oh, we tried.
Yeah. The Simpsons one's fucking sick. I keep looking at that, man. And then the whole Bound Hound one. Yours is your designer, man. You're a guitar player, right? He's amazing, dude. He's sick, dude.
Yeah, he does amazing work.
Sick, man. Awesome, man. Well, I can't wait to do it, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. It's been good, man.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me.
Step me on the curtain.